Imagine a world where your skin can breathe underwater, your tongue is faster than your Wi-Fi, and your home is literally anywhere. On a tree, in a swamp, or even buried in the dirt. Yes, we're talking about frogs. The little superheroes of the amphibian world that are weirder, wilder, and more wonderful than you could ever imagine. Frogs. They're slimy, they're squishy, they're freakishly fascinating. But did you know that some of them are expert parachuters and others might just freeze solid in the winter, only to thaw out and hop away like nothing happened? Yeah, frogs are nature's glitch in the matrix. But stay tuned because things are about to get even weirder. Let's start with the basics. Frogs are amphibians, which means they live double lives, like a soggy James Bond. As babies, they're basically tiny fish with tails called tadpoles, and they've got gills like your favorite aquarium pets. But as they grow, the real magic begins. Their gills vanish, legs sprout, and they transform into the leap machines we know today. It's the ultimate glow-up. Now, frogs aren't just basic hoppers. They've mastered every environment like they're on a worldwide amphibian tour. You've got the tree frogs in rainforests who live the high life, sticking to leaves and branches like they're auditioning for a Spider-Man reboot. Then there's the desert frogs that bury themselves underground for years waiting for rain. Because why deal with dry skin when you can hibernate for a few years straight? And speaking of weird, let's talk about the tongue. Frog tongues aren't just fast. They're lightning fast, wrapping around their prey in a blink, faster than you can Google fastest frog tongue. The secret? Their tongues are sticky, like glue on steroids sticky. Imagine having a tongue so powerful that you don't even need to chew. You just flick, catch, gulp, done. That's how frogs do it, nature's drive-through. Minus the fries. But not every frog is catching flies for dinner. Some have developed even cooler tricks. Ever heard of the frog that can fly? Okay, not exactly flying, but the Wallace's flying frog can glide like a superhero, jumping from tree to tree with its webbed feet acting like parachutes. It's like someone handed a frog a wingsuit and said, "Go live your best life," and that's exactly what they do. But don't think frogs are just quirky. Some frogs are deadly. Meet the golden poison dart frog, a tiny, adorable-looking thing that could fit on the tip of your finger. It's cute, but it's also the most poisonous frog on the planet. One frog carries enough poison to kill 10 adult humans. Ancient tribes used their venom to coat blow darts, which might just make frogs the deadliest weapon delivery service in the rainforest. And yet, while they might be poisonous, they're also in danger themselves. Frogs have been hit hard by climate change, pollution, and habitat destruction. Ever heard of the glass frog? These little guys are so see-through you can literally watch their heart beat through their skin. But even they can't hide from the environmental disasters happening around them. And then there's chytrid fungus, a disease that's been wiping out entire frog populations. It's like the Black Plague of the amphibian world. Imagine being able to leap over mountains, but having your whole species wiped out by a microscopic fungus. Talk about a plot twist. But there's hope. Conservation efforts are in full swing, with scientists racing against time to protect these hoppers before they're gone. Frogs, for all their slimy quirks and deadly tricks, are vital to ecosystems around the world. They eat pests like mosquitoes, keeping annoying insects in check, and in turn, they serve as food for larger animals. Basically, they're the middlemen in the circle of life, hopping from one role to another and doing it with some serious style. And don't even get me started on their mating calls. Frogs don't just whisper sweet nothings, they scream. Literally, some species can be heard up to a mile away, all in the name of love. Male frogs will puff out their vocal sacs, inflating them like balloons, and then unleash the loudest, most obnoxious croak imaginable. It's nature's version of a karaoke contest, with each frog trying to out-croak the next, all while hoping to impress a lady frog nearby. And, of course, it works. The loudest frogs get the girl. Who knew love could be so noisy? From freezing themselves alive to performing death-defying leaps, frogs are the bizarre, beautiful, and sometimes terrifying stars of the natural world. So next time you hear a croak in the distance, just remember, there's a lot more going on than just some slimy little creature jumping in the pond. Frogs aren't just nature's weirdos. They're survivors, acrobats, and in some cases, tiny, deadly assassins, wrapped in a package you could hold in your hand. So go ahead, embrace the frog madness. You might just discover your new favorite animal, if you're brave enough.